everyone. Welcome to another interesting class of human digestive system. In the last class, we have seen the amazing journey of food from mouth to stomach. In this journey, the moist ball of food called bolus has partially been digested inside the stomach and now it has been converted into a frothy liquid called chyme. After being converted into the chyme is now released into the small intestine, the first part of which is called duodenum. To enter into duodenum, there are certain sphincter muscles at the end of the stomach which open and allow the chyme to enter into the duodenum. Small intestine is that part of alimentary canal where the food is completely digested and food is also absorbed here. To complete the digestion, small intestine takes the help of another two glands called liver and pancreas. Liver, as we all know, is the largest gland of the body. The function of liver is that it forms bile. Interestingly, bile does not contain any digestive enzymes, yet it has an important role in the digestion of fats. The function of bile is twofold. The first function of bile is that it breaks the larger globules of fat into smaller globules of fat. By breaking the larger globules of fat into smaller globules, the surface area of fat increases, on which the fat digesting enzyme called lipase can act more effectively. So one of the functions of bile is the emulsification of fats. The another function of bile is that it makes the medium alkaline for pancreatic enzymes to act. As we have already learned that enzymes are specific in nature and they can act only in a specific pH. The enzymes of pancreas, which help in digestion of food inside the small intestine, can act only in an alkaline medium, and this alkaline medium for the pancreatic juices to act is provided by the bile. Now we will come to the role of pancreas in digestion. Pancreas is a leaf-like gland which is situated just below the stomach. This pancreas secretes basically three digestive enzymes, and the enzymes of pancreas are released into the duodenum. So now we will see which are these three enzymes. So the first enzyme we may consider is trypsin. The trypsin help in the digestion of proteins. Amylase present in pancreatic juice helps in the digestion of carbohydrates, and lipase helps in the digestion of fats. So pancreas helps in digestion with the help of three enzymes: trypsin helping in the digestion of proteins, amylase helping in the digestion of carbohydrates, and lipase helping in the digestion of fats. So with the help of the secretions from liver, pancreas and its own intestinal juice, pancreas completes the process of digestion. In this process, the carbohydrates are ultimately converted into glucose, proteins are ultimately converted into amino acids, and fats are ultimately converted into fatty acids and glycerol. These forms of food are such a form which may be absorbed by the blood. To help in absorption, small intestine is provided with many finger-like projections called villi. These villi increase the surface area of small intestine. Apart from increasing the surface area of small intestine, these villi are provided with a large number of blood vessels which are closer to its surface. These blood vessels help in the absorption of food. After getting absorbed inside the small intestine, the blood carries the food to different parts of the body, where it is used for getting energy or for making substances like proteins useful to the body. This process is called assimilation. Here, I want to share one interesting fact. The small intestine of carnivores is smaller and the small intestine of herbivores is larger. The reason being that herbivores are dependent upon plant material which contains cellulose. Because cellulose is difficult to digest, the food needs to be present inside the small intestine of herbivores for a longer duration. That's why the length of intestine of herbivores is longer. On the other hand, in the case of carnivores, they have to digest meat. Meat is comparatively easier to digest, so meat does not need to be stayed for a long duration inside the intestine. So the length of intestine is longer in herbivores compared to the length of intestine in carnivores. After the food has moved to the body cells for its different uses, there is a certain part of food which is not digested. It means the food which we eat is not completely digested. There is a part of food which is not digested. This undigested food from the last part of the intestine comes to the portion of the large intestine called cecum. Cecum is a blind tube to which is attached a worm-like structure called vermiform appendix. Actually, it is a vestigial structure in humans. Once it was used for digesting cellulose, but we are no longer eating cellulose, so it is just present as a vestigial structure. So from the small intestine, the undigested food comes to the large intestine called cecum. From the cecum, the food moves to the colon. Colon may be divided into different parts. This is called ascending colon. Because the food has to ascend in this part, this is called transverse colon. This is called descending colon, and this part is called sigmoid colon. So, large intestine may be divided into cecum, colon and rectum. The function of large intestine is that it absorbs the necessary water and salts from the food, from the undigested food, and converts into stool. This stool is stored inside the rectum and after being stored for some time is egested out of the anus. Thus the process of digestion is completed. You might have experienced sometimes the stool is watery in nature. This happens when you are suffering from indigestion or certain kind of infection. In case of infection, what happens? The food stays inside the large intestine for a very short time. In that short time, water is not absorbed and the stool comes out with a lot of water. In that case, it is highly advised that you should take oral rehydration solution, ORS. What is it? ORS is nothing but cooled boiled water mixed with a pinch of salt and sugar. If you are not taking ORS, in that case your body may suffer from dehydration, and this condition may be fatal for you. So in this class we have learnt about digestion in small intestine, we have learnt about absorption, assimilation and the case of diarrhea in which we get certain infection and the food and the stool comes out in a watery form. I hope you liked my class. Thank you for watching.